All right, Helen. Talk about your match a little bit.
You know, I was really excited to wrestle this Japanese girl. I'd heard she won Junior Worlds, and you know, I think Japan's, you know, they're always the top. They're always performing the best. So anytime you can get to wrestle one of them, it's just a really great experience. And they always, you know, bring a fire. They always bring a discipline and a respect and push. So you know it's always going to be a good battle. And it was really just amazing to get that here today and to get that on this stage for this cause.
Yeah.
How did you feel playing a match here in the Times Square?
I love it. It's amazing to experience this because it's different than what we normally do as wrestlers. So you get to weigh in, and then you guys all go to a dinner together, then you wrestle together, then you go to another gala after. So you get to just really meet and mingle, and you exchange gifts, and it's always a great experience.
Helen, what were her strong points?
Japan, I mean, all around, they're just really good wrestlers, especially the women. They train really hard, they're very disciplined. You know, she had a really good low shot, and there's not a lot of girls I've wrestled lately that have that shot, so that was cool to feel that.
Saori Yoshida didn't come this time. Do you have any message on her?
I still love Saori. I see her on Instagram, and I think she's so cool, and I wish her the best. So.
Helen, it was pretty hot out there, wasn't it?
It was really hot. I was sweating. Everyone's sitting in t-shirt. Last year it was so cold, everyone's bundled up, and this year everyone's like t-shirt, shorts. So.
Do you think that affected the match?
No, and if it did, I mean, everyone's here in the heat. You know, it's not like one team was in AC or had, you know, air conditioning. So everyone's here together. Like I said, you know, we're wrestling outside. You never know. It could rain one year. It could be cold one year. It could be hot one year. And I think it's just fun as wrestlers. We get to experience these conditions, and it's something fun. It's not on your record. It's not serious, but it's wrestling, and you love what you do. So you come here and you just battle it out.
Well, you know, wrestling started outside. Then for many years we always wrestled inside. Now they're doing those college matches on a football field.
Yeah. So I wrestled in Asian Olympia, and they just put a mat on the grass. So this is awesome because at least they put it on like a hard, flat surface. When it was in the grass, your feet are just like dipping into holes in the dirt. So, but again, it's really cool to experience this, and for people that don't normally watch wrestling, to see this. So I think it's really great for the event. It's going to help these kids, and then it's great for wrestling in America, and I think in the world, that we know anyone in the world knows, hey, maybe one year our team, our country will get to come here and battle the USA in Times Square, and I think it's an amazing thing to do. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you're back again.
I'm back.
But in the middle, you had the gold medal experience, right? Moved to like 5 different countries. Now you live around here, right?
Yeah.
So how does it, now that you have the Olympic experience and the gold medal experience under your belt, and you come back here, do you look at it a little differently?
Do I look at it a little differently?
Like this event, you know, being in Times Square.
This event is amazing. Like Mike Novogratz and everyone on the Beat the Street Sport. I know Dave and Kira, and I know I'm missing a bunch of other names, and all the coaches, everyone involved in this. It's so cool, and it's cool that they involved some of us senior level athletes that like we get to do something like this, and it's benefiting kids, and it's benefiting us. I mean, this is amazing, and so this event never changes to me. It's always amazing. Win, lose, or draw, it's for a great cause, and just reminds you what wrestling can do for people. You know, as the girl said right before I wrestled, like, it's not all about winning. It's, you know, it's about what it gives you for the rest of your life.
You feel a little different now. You're like almost a New Yorker, right?
I'm starting to feel more like a New Yorker, but I'm not there yet. So I still get lost on the subway. So.
Did you walk through Times Square again since you've been here? Like without all this going on?
I go to church. No, I go to church on 34th Street, and then I've walked like, I was like, oh, I'll just kind of walk around, see what's around, and then I ended up here, and I'm like, wait, I come here every year for this event. Like, I want to find a different area. So I like went back down to Soho or Tribeca or whatever. So I'm trying to. Training always comes first, and until I kind of get more settled in and like understand, you know, the ins and outs of everything, I think I'll start exploring the city more and more.
So who are you training with now?
Well, right now I'm training with my coach always, Valentine, and he just brought in the Olympic champion from Georgia, and he was amazing. I mean, he is amazing. He's my spirit animal of like guy wrestlers. So it's been cool to just work with him, pick his brain, and I'm like, oh, like I kind of see how you think. It's kind of how I think, and I normally can't find someone to relate. he just doesn't have the emotional part that I have.
So Helen, we were in Rio when you won your gold medal. What has life been like since winning the gold medal?
Life has been different. It's you know, it's been a, what do you call it? It's a wild ride. So, you know, after Rio was no wrestling and all this media. Before Rio was no media, just wrestling. You know, and then now it's kind of getting to that point where it's half and half, or so it's different, and it should be different. It's a new quad, a new season. You know, I have this gold medal now, and so I've got to be different and rise to that. And I'm just really looking at, again, this is like a spiritual journey for me. So a lot of things that God's teaching me on the mat, He's starting to convict me about off the mat, or you know, just showing me how, like, you won still lacking these things. So I want you to see that you can win regardless of what you think you have or don't have. But now it's like, but I want you to work on this, or I don't know, it's just cool. Life is a journey, so I'm enjoying it.
So you talk about faith. How important is your faith in your sport?
It's everything. I mean, last night I'm doing an evening college class, you know, like a theology class, and I was like, oh, you know, and this is like one of those things where God's teaching me stuff off the mat. I'm like, God, I gotta put wrestling first. You know, I can't do this. It's till 9:30, then I gotta bus back. I'm gonna be tired. And I felt like He was saying, you know, for where your treasure is, there your heart is also. And when is it gonna, you know, when is that gonna be first? Like I say, I'm wrestling for God, but is God really first? And it's just been so cool, and it's cool that He still has me in wrestling, and that's where He's choosing to shape me. And so it really is everything. Like I was praying before my match, and I'm like, everyone looks and they think, you know, maybe I look tough or maybe I look confident, but I'm like, Kurt gets me through everything, and I'm learning that off the mat now just as much too, and that is, it's just eye-opening.
Do I have a message for little girls who want to be like Helen Maroulis?
I would say, you know, I wouldn't say don't try and be like Helen Maroulis. I would say get to know yourself. Know who you are, because if your strength isn't, you know, or if your weakness isn't like lack of confidence or insecurities, then you don't want to be like me, because that's what I'm working out on day in and day out. You know, maybe your weakness is something different that isn't hard for me. So I think the best thing is, if you want what I want, which was a gold medal, if that's your dream and you feel like that's something that you want to give your life for, then also give your life to getting to know yourself in that process. Because when you know who you are, you'll know what to do. And it's really so important. Like Rio, it's great that I won, but I mean, I could have also lost. It is one day out of years of training. Like, and I have teammates that are, you know, my teammate Elena, I mean, she's a huge role model. And I thought she was, you know, going to win it for sure. I would bet money on it. And crazy things happen. You get an opponent that you've never seen before. They've got one crazy move. So winning doesn't always reflect the person that you are on or off the mat. And so, yeah, you want to chase the wins, but you also want to, at the end of the day, know who you are and be proud of the person that you are, regardless of what you achieve, but just who you are character-wise. So,
thank you very much.